Welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about the fine art of taxing the poor by essentially lying to them. You've all heard it. We will tax corporations, especially get those greedy corporations. They are lying to you. Consider.
Companies do not eat taxes. We're going to raise corporate taxes. No, you're not. You raise corporate taxes are built into the price of the item you buy from Walmart. Walmart does not pay taxes. You pay taxes when you buy potato chips at Walmart. You pay all their taxes for them. It's built into the price. They don't work for nothing. You can't raise corporate taxes. It's impossible. All you do is raise prices to the consumer.
It's amazing, but when politicians are confronted with such common sense, they simply declare that businesses can absorb this particular cost of business in some magical way, as if taxes are a totally unique expense, unlike how a business has to pay for property, electricity, employees, products, etc., etc., etc. Newsflash: costs are costs. It doesn't matter where they come from. A business has to pay for them and has to do that from the profit that comes from selling to customers. Thus, higher taxes mean higher prices to you ordinary people, no matter how poor you may be. So, how does this apply to taxing the poor? Simple. Remember that graduated income tax where you pay higher rates the higher your income is? Well, suppose you are poor and buy some clothes at Walmart. A more wealthy person does the same. They may be lower middle class or much higher. Anyway, if the price of shirts goes up $1 because of taxes, that's $1 more for everyone. That $1 will be a much higher percentage of your income than it is of any person who is better off than you. As such, it is actually a regressive tax on the poor, hidden by appealing to your greed to make business pay its fair share. Yet the business has only passed the increased taxes on to the customers, even if the customers are poor. And it hits you each and every time you buy anything which has had a price increase because of taxes. It adds up fast. Or maybe the business will save money by cutting back expenses. You know, like how many people it hires and how quickly it moves to more automation, which means the poor suffer anyway from lack of jobs. You've been suckered. Here's another aspect.
There is talk about how we're not going to raise taxes on people, we're going to raise it on business, on corporations. The most obvious example is with Social Security tax. Supposedly, that tax is half on employee and half on employer. But that's a fake. It's all paid by the employee. It adds to the wage cost of hiring a person. If an employer has to pay in addition to a wage, well, that's that much less that he has available to pay as wages in trying to hire somebody.
Again, a business has a certain amount of money to pay workers. If they have to pay into Social Security, then none of that money can be paid directly to the worker. By making it look like the business is paying for part of your Social Security, you are less likely to see the flaws in the program. Now, you may feel that such forced savings is good, but that isn't my point. My point is that the money is not coming from the business. It is coming from what the worker would have been paid. Remember to factor in that Social Security doesn't actually have your money. It's already been spent. You are being paid not based on what your money has earned in investments, but from the payments of people working now. You shouldn't be surprised at how we keep hearing that Social Security has to keep being adjusted, either with lower payments, later retirement age, or taking even more money from present workers. Considering the reduced birth rate, there are even fewer workers to support each retiree now. Thus, it's basically a bad deal, much like a Ponzi scheme. It's really sad that politicians can manipulate people this way, essentially setting out to buy the votes of the very people they are hurting. Thanks for watching, and don't let the trolls stop you from speaking out.